I was recently inspired to think about the connection between art and technology. For so long, I thought the two were staunchly separated, but I'm starting to see a union. Techniques and knowledge enable technology. Tech is usually developed to solve a problem or complete a goal, and that brings about the first difference. Art isn't really used to solve anything. Once a basic principle is developed into a technology, it can be presented and stylized in many different ways. That is where art comes from. Think of the processes of refining and shaping and firing clay. These are technologies associated with ceramics. It's how you make a cup. But a cup can be in many different shapes and forms and still solve the same problem. That means art can be found in the differences in the stylization of a technique. I have quite a few cups in front of me and I wanted to use them as an example. So for example, this one is see-through and this is opaque. This has a handle and this doesn't. They're both cups. They both solve the exact same technology. They're both as simple as a cup can be, but because of artistic choices, they're different. Even one with a handle, you can choose color, you can choose approximate size. That doesn't have anything to do with technology, but it does create a different artistic appeal, especially when you start, say, having a whole collection of red plates or this type of style. Those are artistic choices. But not every choice that is made from an artistic perspective has only an effect on the style. Sometimes it actually creates a new technology. See, this cup has sort of a phalanged outward lip. And when you pour these, it creates a different effect. If I pour this one very slowly, well, it falls backwards. And if I pour it faster, then it starts to kind of come down. But obviously, pouring is not this cup's main intention. Same with this one. If you pour really slowly, it falls back in on itself. But if you pour faster, well, that's still a bit of a hassle. But just that change in the way the lip is formed creates an idea. What if you combine the two, both a straight up lip and one that goes outwards? Then you create the technology of a measuring cup. And that one, even if you pour slowly, it goes straight down. So you can accidentally discover new technologies just by creating different artistically shaped pieces of drinking ware. And of course, some things are just purely artistic. Like this is a cup, but it's just has so many artistic choices made into it. Same with this little cat cup. Now this one, if you pour this, it is just terrible. You can't even really drink out of this thing without making a mess. This serves perfectly as a cup. In fact, it has no handle, it's see-through just like this. But this one is made for an entirely different technology. It still serves as a cup perfectly fine. This is made for jarring or canning. So technology enables art. If we didn't have a cup, we couldn't have this artistically styled cup. Same as with painting. You can't have painters until you've invented paint. As you develop new technologies such as paintbrushes and canvases, the capabilities of art expand. Sometimes artistic choices fall into recognizable categories. That creates a style. We'll also find that cultural and available technologies influence a culture's style. So an important note is that technology is always impacted by art. A cup is a purely abstract thing. It's just something that can hold a liquid in it. But to actually make a cup, you have to make artistic choices, and you'll end up with something different. As I said, even trying to remain as simple as possible in a technology, you will end up making large artistic choices. And that's the kind of combination, the unity between the two. You can't separate art or technology. In this way, art and technology are inherently linked together. Each influences and progresses the other. Heavy focus can be given on either alone, but at the end of the day, It's just two ways of looking at the ingenuity of people's minds.